Ananda approached Buddha in the grove, his thoughts swirling like the wind. Master, I am troubled by unanswered questions. Buddha sat calmly beneath the Bodhi tree, his expression serene. Ananda, let your heart speak first. What burdens you most? Ananda sighed deeply, his voice trembling. Why do we suffer? What lies beyond? Why is certainty always just out of reach? Buddha gazed at him with gentle eyes, his tone unwavering. Questions flow like rivers. Chasing their answers often brings more waves. Ananda tilted his head, unsure of the meaning behind Buddha's words. But Master, surely you understand the ultimate truths? Buddha touched the earth lightly, a gesture filled with purpose. Truth reveals itself, yet remains hidden. Like the moon behind clouds, Ananda knelt beside Buddha, seeking comfort in his teacher's presence. Master, must we live without knowing what the future holds? Buddha smiled, his voice kind and steady. The future is the sky. The clouds are passing doubts. Let the sky guide you. Ananda lowered his gaze to the earth, silent for a moment. But how do we embrace this uncertainty without losing hope? Buddha picked up a leaf from the ground, turning it delicately. Look closely. Ananda, does this leaf fear falling from its branch? Ananda shook his head, confusion etched on his face. No, Master. The leaf simply falls when its time has come. Buddha set the leaf down gently, his eyes glowing with clarity. But Master, the storm feels endless, Rajan said, his voice low, and I don't know how to let it end. The Buddha smiled, the kind of smile that felt like a gentle wind dispersing dark clouds in a tired sky. He began to see his orchard not as a graveyard of loss, but as fertile ground for fresh beginnings. The Buddha opened his eyes and surveyed the disciples, who absorbed the story in contemplative silence. Ananda raised his gaze to the treetops, letting the grove's harmony calm his troubled mind. But does life have no grand design? Buddha placed his hand on Ananda's shoulder, grounding him gently. Design is a construct, born of the mind. The universe simply exists. Ananda hesitated, his thoughts colliding against this newfound perspective. If existence has no grand purpose, how do we find peace within it? Buddha looked toward a distant stream, its waters glinting under sunlight. Master, what if the loss is too great, and the pain refuses to fade with time? The monk asked sincerely. The Buddha turned his gaze toward the young monk, his eyes filled with compassion and understanding. Master, is accepting uncertainty the key to freedom from suffering? Buddha turned toward him with profound care in his eyes. Acceptance is liberation. It untethers us from the weight of impossible answers. Ananda nodded slowly, his questions beginning to settle into the depths of his soul. Master, how do we balance acceptance and inquiry? Buddha gestured to his heart with an open hand, emphasizing simplicity. Inquiry illuminates curiosity. Acceptance allows inquiry to breathe, without attachment to result. Ananda felt his burdens lifting gently, like mist dissolving under the morning sun. Master, why does uncertainty seem so vast? Like a boundless ocean? Buddha folded his hands thoughtfully, his expression introspective. The ocean mirrors the self, vast and unknowable, yet filled with life and movement. Ananda stared at the horizon, longing to understand Buddha's words entirely. Master, is this boundlessness where enlightenment begins? Buddha's smile widened, his joy like sunlight peeking through clouds. Enlightenment begins with letting go, not just of answers, but of the need for them. Ananda's spirit stirred with inspiration, his mind finding peace in the unknown. Master, how can we encourage others to embrace this wisdom? Buddha gestured toward nearby disciples, each engaged in reflective meditation. Lead with example. Kindness speaks louder than instruction. Together, we rise. The Buddha remained seated, his presence a steady beacon in the ever-changing currents of the natural world. Thus, the first lesson unfolded, teaching them that stillness is the anchor amidst the chaos of life's storms. By listening, truly listening, to silence, nature, and the depths within, answers lie there. Ananda smiled faintly, feeling both gratitude and awe. Master, I wish I could silence my restless heart like you. Buddha rose to his feet, his steps light as air. Be patient, Ananda. Peace comes gently, like the wind caressing these leaves. Ananda stood beside him, his curiosity still alive but his spirit calmer. Master, shall we continue walking? Buddha placed a hand over his heart, nodding softly. Each step forward embraces what we cannot see, yet trusts what lies ahead. Ananda followed Buddha through the grove, his questions no longer tormenting him. Master, will the unknown always feel so overwhelming? Buddha glanced back at Ananda, his voice carrying over the breeze. Yes, until we greet it as an old friend. Ananda reflected deeply on Buddha's wisdom, stepping closer to life's mysteries. He walked, not seeking answers but finding peace instead. Another day, another lesson in the Ganges Valley. Buddha walked among his disciples. The river's rush filling the air. The river swelled with rain, its currents fierce and wild. Sariputta hesitated, his voice uncertain. Master, is it safe? Buddha paused, watching the river's relentless flow. Safety lies in perspective. Sariputta, the river moves as life moves. Fluid, uncontrollable, uncertain. Sariputta frowned, doubt clouding his mind. Master, but the current is strong. How can we cross without knowing the risks ahead? Buddha reached down, gathering smooth stones in his palm. Each step forward is a leap of faith. Risk itself is a part of living. Ananda approached, his concern evident. Master, should we wait for the river to calm? Perhaps patience will offer clarity. Buddha tossed the stones into the river, watching the ripples expand. Ananda, the river waits for no one, neither does time. Patience must dance with action. The disciples gathered, their unease palpable. Buddha's presence grounded them as the river continued its furious journey. Master, let us, they implored. Buddha gestured toward the riverbank, his movements deliberate. Form a chain, hands united. Strength lies in connection. Unity carries us through life's turbulence. The disciples followed Buddha's guidance, their hands interlocked like an unbreakable chain. Together, they stepped into the rushing water. The current pushed and pulled, testing their resolve. Sariputta's grip tightened as fear threatened to consume him. Master, the water feels relentless. Buddha steadied Sariputta's arm, his touch light yet reassuring. Relentless. Yes, but even the strongest current flows toward peace eventually. Ananda struggled to maintain balance, his heart racing. Master, how do we trust the unknown when uncertainty surrounds us? Buddha pointed to the horizon, his voice unwavering. Trust emerges from within. The heart knows its rhythm even amidst chaos. The disciples moved slowly, their unity guiding them across. Buddha's presence radiated calm, his steps deliberate and steady. Sariputta exhaled sharply, his fear subsiding. Master, the river teaches patience, but does it also teach surrender? Buddha nodded, his expression serene. Surrender is not weakness. It is strength in accepting life's constant motion. Ananda gazed at the far bank, relief visible on his face. Master, does the river reflect human struggle, the longing to find stability? Buddha's smile deepened as he replied, the river reflects existence itself. Change, uncertainty, impermanence. Struggle lies in resistance. Peace flows with acceptance. The group reached the far bank, water dripping from their robes. A sense of triumph filled the air. Buddha turned to his disciples, his voice resonant. Remember this crossing. Life's challenges ask for unity, trust, and grace under uncertainty. Sariputta bowed deeply, his gratitude evident. Master, you teach us more than survival. You teach us how to embrace life. Ananda joined Sariputta, his voice thoughtful. Master, the river changed my perspective. Its fierceness feels less threatening now. Buddha gestured toward the river, its currents calming. Every fierce moment eventually softens. The rhythm of life cannot be forced, only understood. The disciples sat near the riverbank, their spirits rejuvenated. Buddha's wisdom lingered, touching each heart deeply. Sariputta leaned toward Buddha, his curiosity rekindled. Master, do we ever truly understand the unknown, or only learn to coexist with it? Buddha folded his hands, his gaze gentle yet profound. Understanding is fleeting, coexistence invites peace. The unknown is a companion, not an enemy. Ananda gazed at the sky, his thoughts swirling. Master, the unknown feels vast, like the endless heavens. How do we navigate it? Buddha's voice carried like the breeze. Navigate not by seeking control, but by trusting the journey itself. The heavens reveal wisdom subtly. Sariputta's heart felt lighter, his questions less burdensome. Master, will fear always linger when facing uncertainty? Buddha replied with kindness, his tone soothing. Fear is natural, yet transient. Its strength fades when met with acceptance. Ananda's gaze shifted to the trees nearby, their leaves rustling softly. Master, is acceptance where liberation begins? Buddha smiled, the grove's tranquility enhancing his joy. Acceptance liberates the soul. It untangles the chains binding us to fear. Sariputta knelt before Buddha, his voice humbler. Master, do you find peace in uncertainty? Buddha gestured toward the river once more, its flow never ceasing. Peace thrives within uncertainty. The river's rhythm mirrors life's heartbeat. Ananda gathered his thoughts, his words careful. Master, is the river a symbol of impermanence, or something deeper? Buddha touched Ananda's shoulder, grounding him gently. The river embodies impermanence, yet also renewal. Each wave offers a chance to begin anew. Sariputta observed the disciples beside him, their expressions reflecting growth. Master, how do we share this wisdom with others? Buddha replied with patience. Guide gently. Wisdom seeds itself. Kindness remains the strongest tool for nurturing understanding. The disciples rose, their hearts full of gratitude. Buddha's teachings resonated, echoing in the grove as they prepared to move forward. Ananda stepped closer to Buddha, his voice softer. Master, shall we continue walking? Buddha's expression held profound calm. Each step forward embraces uncertainty. Together, we learn to trust what lies ahead. Sariputta followed Buddha, his questions settling like ripples fading. His heart, once heavy, now found peace in life's mysteries. Another day, another gathering on Vulture Peak. Buddha sat serenely as the disciples encircled him, questions filling their minds. The sky above was heavy with clouds, their shadows stretching across the mountain. Ananda spoke softly. Master, storms trouble me deeply. Buddha gestured toward the heavens, his voice calm. Ananda, observe the clouds carefully. Do they linger forever or eventually pass away? Ananda tilted his head upward, uncertainty flickering. They pass eventually, Master, but their presence feels overwhelming in the moment. Buddha nodded gently, his tone unwavering. The clouds reflect life's doubts and fears. Their temporary nature teaches us patience and trust. Sariputta gazed at the distant horizon, his thoughts reflective. Master, the unknown feels vast, like the sky itself. How do we navigate its immensity? Buddha pointed beyond the storm clouds, his hand steady. Beyond the clouds lies the infinite sky, boundless and serene. Trust in its presence. Ananda knelt beside Buddha, his voice trembling. Master, must uncertainty always obscure life's truths like these clouds obscure the sun? Buddha smiled warmly, his wisdom glowing. Uncertainty teaches us humility. Truth reveals itself gently, like sunlight breaking through stormy skies. Sariputta leaned forward, his curiosity alive. Master, why does doubt feel so persistent, like shadows stretching across the soul? Buddha folded his hands thoughtfully. Doubt arises from attachment to knowing. Letting go lightens the soul, revealing the peace beneath. Ananda bowed his head, pondering deeply. Master, do you not long for certainty amidst life's mysteries? Buddha gestured toward the disciples encircling him. Certainty is illusion. Ananda, harmony lies in embracing mystery's beauty with patience and openness. Sariputta glanced at the valley below, its rivers winding like threads. Master, does nature hold answers to our restless hearts? Buddha's smile deepened as he replied, nature mirrors existence. Its rhythms teach us acceptance, renewal, and surrender to the unknown. Ananda touched the earth beside him, seeking grounding. Master, how can we find peace amidst life's endless uncertainties? Buddha leaned closer, his voice gentle. Peace lies in trusting what cannot be seen. Knowing the infinite sky exists beyond temporary storms, Sariputta raised his gaze toward Buddha, his spirit quieter. Master, is peace born of surrender or understanding? Buddha replied with profound calm. Surrender invites understanding. Understanding grows in stillness. Together, they nurture the soul's journey. Ananda's thoughts stirred, his questions less chaotic. Master, why does letting go feel so difficult in moments of doubt? Buddha placed a hand on Ananda's shoulder. Letting go asks for courage, yet offers freedom. The heart becomes lighter as attachments dissolve. Sariputta knelt beside Buddha, his voice steadier. Master, do the storm clouds reflect human struggle, the longing for clarity and purpose? Buddha gazed at the horizon, his tone thoughtful. Struggle arises from resistance. Clarity blooms in patience. As storms inevitably pass, Ananda touched his chest, his voice introspective. Master, is the heart's struggle born of fear or longing? Buddha gestured toward the sky above. The heart's struggle arises from both. Ananda, balance invites peace. Balance blooms in trust. Sariputta leaned toward Buddha, seeking wisdom. Master, do you find comfort in life's impermanence? Buddha's expression held profound serenity. Impermanence offers renewal. Each moment is an invitation to embrace change with grace. Ananda gazed at his fellow disciples, observing their reflections. Master, how do we share this wisdom with others? Buddha replied with unwavering kindness. Lead by example, Ananda. Humility and compassion touch hearts more deeply than instruction. Sariputta inhaled deeply, absorbing Buddha's teachings. Master, shall we continue walking as the storm passes? Buddha rose with light steps, his presence grounding. Each step embraces uncertainty, trusting the infinite sky beyond life's temporary clouds. The disciples followed Buddha down the mountain, their questions finding balance within life's endless mysteries. Buddha's words lingered like the fragrance of jasmine, guiding him toward the freedom that lay within. The grove stood silent witness to the transformation of a soul unburdened, as the teachings of Buddha continued their eternal journey through time. Thank you for watching. Buddha's teachings are always with you. Subscribe to our channel and we will see you in the next video.